Well, now to the first semi-final between Footscray and North Melbourne this afternoon at the MCG. Footscray had finished second on the ladder, but played dismally in their first final for 9 years last week and were thrashed by Hawthorn. North had finished fifth, but came from 5 goals down at half-time to overrun Carlton last week to stay in the competition. Well, the weather had fined up since yesterday and 56,000 people went to watch a great game. Footscray were down to 18 men in the first quarter of an hour, making their task difficult against a tenacious North Melbourne who have developed a reputation for not giving up under new coach John Kennedy. North led by 8 points at quarter time, but scores are now level as we join 8 minutes into the second quarter, commentators Clark Hansen and Doug Hayward.
What a superb mark it was, really. It's interesting to see Wallace having a lovely time by himself there. Not sure who his opponent is, Matthew Larkin, who's let him go. Bad kick, Glendinning. In front, Phil Cracker, awkward bounce. Steve McPherson breaks away cleverly out to Kennedy. Kennedy's got so much time now, except he's got nobody to... Yes, he has someone to kick to. It's the brilliant Hawkins. Over the top, Hawkins is brilliant to Brian Cordy. Cordy down, great kick to Gronawegan. He's quickly on. Beasley! Oh, what an excellent lead and an excellent pass. Splendid football. And Beasley, who's kicked one, comes in for his second kick. He's kicked 96 for the season. And is about 40 to 45 metres from goal. The angle is about 35 degrees, I guess. Nice kick, Simon. A very nice kick. And it's looking a much more prosperous day for Beasley today than it was last Saturday. And Footscray, 33 points to 27, 5-3 to 4-3 in an exciting final.
It's a 6 points lead to Footscray. They started the second quarter 8 points in arrears. Simon Beasley now 97 goals for the season. Been in the doldrums of late, so Footscray looking for a big game from him. Purser, who's done well in the ruck. McDonald has also contributed, but Purser down to Mail, and away go the Bulldogs again, up into the half-forward line. Sewell, but well spoiled then by Greg. But coming in nicely is Royal, across to Sewell, to Jim Edmund. No, that's Brian Royal. His kick was smothered, and the ball over the boundary line. No, it's not. Picking it up is Ramsey. The clearing kick wide for Holt. Now North Melbourne across to Larkin, but Holt decides to kick towards half-forward. Looking there for Glendinning. Over the top, though, he wasn't watching. Hawkins is there to Gronawegan. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins can run right up to the half-forward line. The beautiful pass finds Edmund.
Oh, have you ever seen a better pass? That was simply dazzling, Hawkins. He took the ball over the back. He hand-passed out. He played on in spectacular fashion, and there's never been a better pass kick than that. It nearly went through Jim Edmund, just chest high or stomach high, and Jim Edmund will shoot for goal. But Doug Hawkins, you can't do much better than that. That was absolutely brilliant, and it deserved the goal that followed. It deserved the goal. And number 7, look at Jim Edmund waving down to him. You won't see much better football than that. It was simply a delight to watch, and Jim Edmund's first goal.
Well, it's Footscray kicking 3 goals in the first 9 minutes of this quarter. And they're well on top at the moment, leading by 12 points. North Melbourne yet to score. And there's the bounce. It's Purser as Royal tries to kick the ball further afield. He does. Edmund, who's now slipped into top gear. High kick up into the full forward area. Beasley and Sewell's there for Footscray. Under a lot of pressure from Fairley. Coming through is Malin, who has a shot for goal, but he's offline and through for a behind.
And Phil Malin wasn't a long distance offline from a very difficult left foot snap that time. Ramsey will give a very short one. The umpire's whistle blows and says no. He's indicating something downfield. There's been a scrimmage, and he's played a free kick against Jim Edmund. And his opponent is Crocker, the youngest man on the ground, who kicks it out wide to Glendinning. Glendinning, splendid judgment, beautiful judgment. His opponent was McPherson. and it was fairly difficult for Steve. Out to Law it goes. Law gets it downfield. Hardy misses what he might have taken, but crawls after it and did it very well. Underneath it, the mark should have been taken. Is taken by John Holt, and Holt will give this a fly. He's a beautiful kick, and he's a good 75 metres out. This is the 8th time he's had a kick, but he kicked it so long. And look at this, right to the teeth of goal. In front, Arsiri pushed by Brian Cordy. Umpire James, no hesitation. And this will give a very, very much needed goal to North Melbourne. He's only about 15 metres out. Mark Arsiri puts it through. And Footscray have played a brilliant 10 or 11 minutes in their second term, and John Kennedy will be very, very relieved to see that goal, because Footscray are really showing all the signs of bolting away.
There's the North Melbourne bench: Kennedy, John Dugdale, David Dench. And there's the Footscray coach, Michael Malthouse. Difference now 7 points in favour of Footscray. McDonald gets it. Chance for Larkin to swoop on the ball, but he's waiting for it to bounce. Didn't attack it at all, but it's effective. Out to Demetriou. Demetriou from half-forward flank shoots for goal. Was it touched by Kennedy? No, it wasn't. And there's North Melbourne. They're never down, and the difference now only a point as Andrew Demetriou kicks his first goal.
Well, I'd like to have been standing beside that one. I reckon Kennedy touched it, but gee, the goal umpire's a lot closer than we are. Extraordinary that time. Demetriou left foot kick for goal, and Kennedy seemed to be right on the line there, but goal umpire says no, back in the centre of the ground. Purser a big long thump. Bamblett. Jim Edmund, trouble. Taken away from him by Crocker. Out to Hodgman. Hodgman a great pass. Steele is off with it. Short to Glendinning. Perfect football. Perfect football. Ross Glendinning shown plenty of class. Long downfield looking for McCann. Kennedy strong. Crocker clever. Larkin. Left foot kick for goal is a beauty. And I guess the hand pass was from Jonas.
Footscray had regained the lead by half-time. The margin is 3 points as we go to the start of the third quarter.
Start the third quarter of what's been a magnificent match. Footscray leading by 3 points. In that second term, Footscray kicked 6-7 to North Melbourne's 5-2. Royal a chance to pick up, but can't do so. Law in defence, the high kick wide. Wallace, who was one of Footscray's good players in that second term, kicks long to half forward. Crocker there, can't mark. Coming through is Edmund, who lifted his game in that second quarter after a quiet first quarter. Hand pass comes out to Larkin, to Asiri. North Melbourne moving well. Oh, nearly the mark to Phil Cracker. He's in a bit of trouble. The kick, though, up onto the half-forward line. Foster is there in front of Glendinning, and the ball is out of bounds. A throw-in on the right half-forward flank for North Melbourne.
With the scoreboard, 3 points the difference, 9-8 to 9-5, with Footscray in front. And we've just commenced the third term. Through Larkin's fingers, which is unusual. Maitland's been a good player, Larkin been a star player. But Maitland taken a lot of the punch downs from Andrew Purser at centre bounce and done it very well. Well played McPherson. McPherson down towards centre wing. In front it was almost taken that time by McCann, by Law. Nice play Holt. Holt short to the flank and made it. Just made it to Steele. Steele too far out to score. Steve McCann gives the lead. Purser in front of him. Over the back it goes. Kick off the ground by Jimmy Cracker. Well played Hardy, then lost balance. Picked up by Kennedy, and it's against Kim Hodgman, which don't know what happened in that flurry of legs, but Hardy's to take the free kick. Here he comes.
Hardy, last line of defence. Phil Cracker and Wallace. Phil Cracker spoils. Larkin claimed by Wallace. Too high. No, it was holding the man. And Larkin with the free kick will put North Melbourne into attack with Footscray leading by 3 points. Larkin gets the lead from Glendinning. The ball's put up nicely for that player. He couldn't get over Hawkins though. Coming through is Milan, using strength. Milan then the hand pass wide to Bamblett, who's been quiet. Claimed by Smith, who's done a good job on him. Gronewegan there. Smith tries to come through for North Melbourne, but umpire Robinson says a bounce.
Super tackle by Smith. Really a super tackle. Bamblett looked like getting away, and he's got such accelerating and amazing pace. Malin getting a bundle of kicks, boots him into attack again. Underneath it, a fine mark by Jimmy Edmund. Oh, an excellent mark. He's got a beautiful pair of hands. There's Mark Kellett with a hamstring injury, limping around the ground. He'll only be on in the case of extreme emergency. And Michael Ford is gone to the hospital with concussion. So Footscray, instead of having 20 in their side, have only got 18 at this stage, and that's been the case from the 14-minute mark of the first term. Jim Edmund kicks it long and kicks it high and kicks it slightly off direction. The mark is taken on the line by Sewell, and he was inside. Well done. Well, I thought it was through for 1 point. Now Jim Sewell, there's Matthew Larkin making it difficult on the side, comes round, hooks it back, and I think he's done it pretty well. No, we missed it. Extremely acute angle, that one, but Sewell, very versatile player.
So it's Footscray increasing its half-time lead from 3 to 4 points. Just on 4 minutes gone in this third quarter, as we wait for the football to come back to Keith Gregg from a crowd of about, I'd say 50,000 in that vicinity. Keith Gregg gains distance. Edmund all by himself will take the easiest of marks and put Footscray back into attack. Lead coming from Beasley. It's high over his head. It'll be a great mark if he can get it. He's got it. How did he get that mark? He's kicked 99 goals. He's kicked 4 today. Chance to kick his 5th and his 100th for the season, and the police coming onto the ground anticipating that there'll be a rush of Footscray supporters to congratulate Beasley. But he's got to kick it yet. He's in front, 15 metres out from goal, going for his century of goals. Shoots for goal and he's put it through. 100 for the season. And he is absolutely delighted, and so are his teammates. And a few of the Footscray supporters have got through the police cordon.
Well done, Simon. Well done. He kicked 125 goals in Perth in one season. His best for Footscray has been in his first year when he kicked 82. The next year he kicked 69, and the next year 61, or maybe we turned around. But that's the total, 212 goals in 3 years. And there's the high roller, the gambling stockbroker, who's kicked 100 goals. At the start of the season, stated quite emphatically that I'm on some pretty big bonuses if I kick a lot of goals. So I reckon he's made it. And instantaneously, Stephen McCann has been signalled to take on full back, which is a very quick decision by Kennedy, because that really was a magnificent mark and you couldn't blame any opponent. That 100th goal warranted 100 goals. It was a beautiful mark. McDonald and Purser. Purser wins it, goes again, over the back, and Johnny Law comes in, picks it up. Left foots it, great smother Daniels. Daniels kicks for goal and puts it through. Well, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful football. Purser doing the first part, but Daniels' smother being the really spectacular business. And then he, out from the smother, away from the boot of Law, he picked it up on first bounce, and under extreme pressure, just made the distance. A magnificent snapshot goal from Alan Daniels. That's his second.
16 points now to Footscray. That's what they lead by, and away they go again. No Law's in the way. A desperate smother by Maylan. Law comes back into the pack, and it's pretty desperate football as North Melbourne can see this match slipping away from them. Of course, the loser out of the competition and will finish 4th for the season. The winner to meet Hawthorn in the preliminary final next week. There's the bounce. Gronawegan and McDonald. McDonald wins out. Into the open. Jonas across there to Smith. That's for Holt. Holt's clearing kick onto the half-forward line. Asiri. But, oh, Cordy was too big and strong.
Cordy quick out in the Maylan direction. Look out, over the top of him went Jonas. Picked up by McPherson. McPherson down towards Gronawegan and Law. Law, well done. Completely outmanoeuvred and outwitted Gronawegan. And Johnny Law takes the mark.
Law goes for the long punt kick. Purser is there, so too is Glendinning. Attacked the ball but couldn't get it. Tried to get it across to Jimmy Cracker, but it was cleared there by Foster. Down to Wallace. Wallace the high kick. Beasley and McCann. Beasley can't mark. McCann in front, played him well. Edmund tries to break the tackle from Smith and does it well. Turns around, shoots for goal. Keith Gregg, though, beautifully out of defence, and the 300 gamer. The clearing kick. Look at the pass to McDonald. It's a beauty.
McDonald over the side to John Holt. John Holt, a very long one. Hodgman slips. Maylan comes in. Tackled. Breaks the tackle of Holt. Short passes to Daniels. And Daniels is playing well. Kicks it long and kicks it high. A 70-metre kick. Beasley underneath it. Punched away by McCann. Out in front it looked all Footscray. It is all Footscray. Jim Sewell across to Beasley. Beasley, a hand pass. Gronawegan snaps for goal and hooks it too far. But Alan Daniels, in about 4 minutes in the second term, got 7 kicks and really has had a very, very good quarter and a half.
Difference now, 17 points. Keith Gregg looking for the leads. Gets one from Demetrio, but he's too close. The target is Steele. Wallace comes in and spots that one well. Daniels feeds off the pack, and what a great game he's having. The high kick to half forward. Bahagia was spoiled. Coming through is Gronawegan, the long hand pass to Sewell. Back to Bamblett, and Bamblett put it through for a goal. Magnificent play by Footscray.
And they're running away. That's Les Bamblett's 50th goal. Well, how wonderful for Footscray that Simon Beasley and Les Bamblett, within a few minutes, have kicked their 100th. That was Simon Beasley's and Bamblett's 50th. Great mates off the field. Most unlikely mates, and Kim Hodgman, through slipping at the crucial time, has paid the penalty in being penalised and off the ground. But Footscray, 12-10 now, are getting away from the bounce in the centre of the ground. Purser dominating the ruck. Jimmy Cracker in trouble. Gets it out wide to McDonald. McDonald downfield. Underneath it, the big leap from behind there was by McLean. Here's a chance again. Well tackled McLean, but John Holt it was. Stephen Wallace has been brilliant. Down towards the half-forward line, and a splendid mark. Jim Edmund, a really strong mark, and hand passes out wide.
To Wallace, who's playing the centre well. Kicks looking for Beasley. McCann behind him, and Beasley's marked! Oh, he's chock-a-block full of confidence, Simon Beasley. 5 goals, 100 goals for the season. He's playing like a man inspired now, as are his teammates. Now Beasley's going to take his time. He's about 30 metres out from goal on an angle. But he's a beautiful kicker, the football. He steers the ball, and there it goes through for his 6th goal, and he's 101st.
North led by 8 points at quarter time, Footscray by 3 points at half time, but in that third quarter, Footscray kicked 5-8 to 2-3 to extend their lead to 26 points, and they ran out winners by 30 points and qualify to meet Hawthorn again next week. For Footscray, Beasley got 7, Daniels got 2, but Royal got 5, Edmund also got 2. For North Melbourne, Jim Cracker kicked 3 and 2 each to Glendinning and Larkin. Now more highlights of the weekend semi-finals.
It's hard and tough, as finals always are, I guess. Purser nicely done. Long and wide. Larkin, possession 7. Boots it downfield. Up, oh, Glendinning, that was a soaring leap from the side. Over the top it goes. Bahagia shoots for goal. It's smothered about 3 or 4 times. Picked up very nicely by McDonald again. And boots it long. In front, Demetrio. Wallace. Doug Hawkins. Hawkins' left foot is classical. Absolutely classical. Too wide for Purser, but Purser's there now. Caught. Hand pass was too quick that time for McPherson. Picked up brilliantly by Wallace. Clever football. Long hand pass is brilliant. Foster now. Down it goes. In front. In front was Sewell.
Off Hodgman. Glendinning to Hodgman. Cross to Jonas. Jonas over the top to Steele. Steele can run in and have a shot for goal. No, he doesn't. He gives it across to Jimmy Cracker, who gives it across to McCann. Oh, good tackle in by McLean. And through for a behind. Good tackle by McLean.
Perfect, Clark, perfect.
Crocker loses the run of it. Chance for Royal. Smith slung off the ball, swooping on his Bambler, who hasn't had a particularly good day. Little too long for Bahagia. Ramsey is there. Oh, well done, Bahagia, from the angle. In short, Beasley. Coming through is Spargo. Spargo pushes the ball further afield to Jimmy Cracker, and Cracker can shoot for goal. And has he put it through? Magnificent goal to Jimmy Cracker. McLean, who's been a success in the back line, gets it to Gronewegan. He'll kick long up into the half-forward line, and Jim Sewell will take the mark at half-forward.
Yes, Jonas has been on the bench, and Sewell out wide. Brian Royal will shoot for goal. Goal number 5. What a player.
And now to our awards of the week, and a reminder that these won't be added to our competitions. Mark of the day comes from this afternoon's first semi-final at the MCG, and a moment in Simon Beasley's career that I'm sure he was starting to wonder whether would ever happen. He'd stumbled towards his century in recent weeks, but made the ton after a tremendous mark under lots of pressure from a big pack. Simon Beasley gets to the milestone with the mark of the day.
In that vicinity, Keith Gregg gains distance. Edmund, all by himself, will take the easiest of marks and put Footscray back into attack. Lead coming from Beasley. It's high over his head. It'll be a great mark if he can get it. He's got it. How did he get that mark? He's kicked 99 goals.